Hey everybody, it's September 2019 and it's a time for a tour of the desert cottage garden, and it's so pretty out tonight. Thought it would be a good time. So as you can see, the Russian sage has, the bees just took all of the blooms. I tell you, they really went to town. And look at all the dropped buds down here. I think it's really cool. My little sage is growing nicely. And I have good news over here. I got a rain barrel. It's not installed, but it is here, so I'm really excited about that. So there's a downspout over there, but that rose has been there longer than we have, and I don't want to move that rose. And there's nowhere to put the rain barrel without moving that rose, or putting it in front of the rose, which would kill the rose too. So instead, I think we're going to run a gutter over to here, and then I'm going to put in one of those copper rain chains that go down to the rain barrel. And then it has a spigot down here at the bottom, and then another spigot over here on the side. So that's handy. And then the rain will filter down into here, and then right here you can put a plant or something. And the nice thing about it is it blocks Molly's view from out the window, so she doesn't know every time the neighbors come home. She can yell. She doesn't yell as much. This little tree, isn't it fabulous? That color, the blue juniper, is so beautiful. And it's got its little buds on it like the one in the back. Isn't that pretty? So the sunflowers are pretty much done, but I'm keeping them up because they are protecting this new vine. This is a trumpet vine, and I want it, they can get really quite huge, and they grow well here. At least, I see them around doing really well, but the ones I've planted before have not been successful. So I want to leave it there. I want to leave the sunflowers there so that it can protect that vine for a while until we hit winter, or until it cools off, because I want it to grow up over this whole vine system. They do get that large. They're really quite big. And the rosemary is just now big enough, I think, to start harvesting from this one. It's not big enough to really cut back yet. I want it to get larger. And then right here, see that turf that came from down below, and I'm going to cut it a little bit thinner. And then along right here, we're going to be putting in a short fence, but then I'm going to put our firewood on top of that fake turf against the fence. We'll have our little walkway left here, and then we'll put a little fence here and do the same thing. We'll put the firewood along there. This is our sad place where we had to pull out our trees that didn't make it. So we'll start again soon. This tree is doing great. And look at that beautiful, beautiful wildflower. It's funny, I put out a whole seed bag of wildflower seed here a couple years ago and just did nothing. But then this year these orange wildflowers popped up, and I've loved them. They're just beautiful. There's another one over there. Now down here, I put in some more grass and some lilies and some more grass. And this is where the fake turf is still at, underneath that rock. But above there, this is the Spanish broom that I thought was dead, and now it's got new growth on it. Well, let's hope it'll survive, before somebody comes and chews at it again, see where everything's been eaten. I don't know. We might not make it still. We'll see. But down here, this is where the turf was that I pulled up. Made a shallow dip there, and I've put in this grass. And this is the thing that I was talking about, a barrier. It's not done. I'm going to put it all the way across there. And right here, this rosemary is doing well. It's not very large yet, but it's starting to stand up. It had spread out. Now it's starting to stand up, and then there's a thyme next to it that's doing okay. This chives is dying. The Russian sage is doing well, and this is the other zinnias that I put in. And look at how cute they are. They're old-fashioned ones. And another Russian sage, more chives. And this rosemary is doing well too. And then a little thyme that's struggling. We're all struggling with thyme. Anyhow, I've started to move some rock in here. It's going to take me a while to fill it in. More grasses. Grasses do really well here, so I like putting them in. It's giving a nice look to it. And then our lilac bush is doing okay. This one is the largest grass. And then I put in more lilies here, daylilies there, and then this one's a crocus. It has that tree for some shade, so it's doing okay. And then up here, our little bushes are struggling to survive. They're hanging in there. Right now it's 8, a little bit after 8 o'clock, and it's just under 100 degrees. So it's still really hot out here. And then over here, that rose in that pot, I thought had died. So I was about to give up on it, but look at it go. It's come back to life. So I'm gonna help it. It's a tough one. Got a bunch of weeds. These little things have tried. I don't know if they're ever gonna be okay. I might have to just put a box bush in there or something, like the ones that are over here around the corner. So anyway, there you go. That's our desert cottage garden this evening, and we'll see what we can get done. Had I shown you that I finished these? I don't remember, but I did finish those, and I'm happy with them. All right, guys, have a great night. I got to go water now. Bye.